What up, what up? How's everyone doing this morning? Let's see who we got. Sean, good to see you. I don't know. Uh, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Great to have you though, and congrats on being first. Tracy, good to see you. Settlement today. I wish Tracy, but I don't think so. I think the only way we see a settlement is if it happens on the same day we get the ruling in the case. Daniel, good to see you. Guys, if you're coming in from YouTube right now, you know what to do. Finally, I'm excited to buy. Yeah, congrats to everyone in New York. Congrats to everyone in New York. XRP was relisted in New York. I'm pretty sure today is the day for the Ethereum ETF as well. So that could be a big catalyst later in the day. Roger, good to see you. Darren Naples, Ed. Unfortunately, there's no C-SPAN to live stream today, but hopefully we still get some interesting stuff going on. XRP Smokes, good to have you. Tracy. Mr. Intuitive, what up, what up? Good to see you, man. Look at you. After being MIA for a while up on the live stream. Good to see it. Good to see it. Let's see what we got. All right, we already got almost 100 people on YouTube. So guys, make sure to keep smashing that like button. We'll jump into the news in a minute. It looks like we might be having a nice little reversal in the market right now. We kind of sold off earlier in the day, but you know, there's not really too many reasons fundamentally why the market should be going down. Yeah, congrats to everyone living in New York. Can finally get XRP easily. You guys aren't in New York. You're not able to get XRP via Uphold, right? I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to. Oh, from the Netherlands. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure New York, this is gonna be your first, yeah, your first ability to get XRP, so that's really cool. I wonder what's caused Coinbase to do this, because I know that Metal Law Man is currently suing New York to get XRP back on the approved asset list. I have not heard anything in that regard. I'm curious to see if Metal Law Man has acknowledged um this announcement out of Coinbase, and I wonder if those two things are at all related. He did comment on it, but nothing. Oh, looks like Taylor. Looks like you're already on it. Oh, I see you, Taylor. I see you. Look at you. Taylor's always 10 steps ahead. Um. Okay, so let's see what Metal Law Man has to do with this. All right, he only has 2 comments on it. Someone said, "Did you ever get a response in your FOIA from New York?" And he said, "Yes, appeal denied as expected. I informed them I would be taking this issue to the New York State Court." Um, and then he said he's considering. Yeah, let me see if I can get a question in here. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, so that's interesting. That's interesting because it looks like it's still on. I'm just curious if it's still removed from the approved list. I wonder if they like sneakily added it. So I just asked him. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It's good to see Coinbase relisting and Coinbase kind of taking a stand. This is something I criticized Coinbase before in the past on. It's like, you know, you're trying to play nice with the SEC, who's never going to play nice with you. So it's nice to see that Coinbase is taking a stand there. Mickle, do you know how much this settlement? Mickle, do you know how much this settlement agreed? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe if you just rephrase that, I can jump on it. Oh, nice. You bought XRP in New York and it worked. Awesome. XRP will pin up, then drop and trap the long positions and liquidate them and introduce shorts before pumping for real. Interesting theory. Interesting theory. Kind of wash out all the orders, buy orders before ultimately pumping. Taylor said he would like to think this means it's back on the green list. Yeah, that's what I asked Metal Law Man. So hopefully Metal Law Man gets back to me on that. I just asked him if it's still removed from the approved list. I wonder if they're in the process of like, I wonder if New York saw like them getting sued and then saw like Coinbase working with them and decided like, hey, maybe this is not something we want to go down. This is DXY up. We'll take a look at that. I wonder why. I haven't seen too much news today other than bullish news for crypto in terms of that vote yesterday. And then of course you had you have the ETF. Also, Coinbase is doing a giveaway of BTC, so my XRP got me an entry. Oh, there you go. There you go. For both sides. Oh. Are you just asking me to speculate on the settlement? We can do that in a bit. We can do that in a bit for sure. No, I don't think there's any agreement yet. There's definitely no agreement yet. I think they're going to wait for Judge Torres' decision to come out, and then they're going to create an agreement off of the decision. So kind of give them a starting ground on negotiations. Brian said, definitely hit the like button, guys. It definitely helps the channel. Yes, really appreciate everyone doing that. All right, let's take a look at the DXY. Dollar currency index. I forgot I have to go to trading view. Trading view. All right. Where is Kashta? Yeah, we're talking about moving averages. Where is Kashta? I mean, on the more macro side of things, the dollar still looks relatively weak. I'm sure if I zoom in, though, it's going to look a little stronger. If I take this down to the daily chart, we're probably having a green day. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is anything troubling yet. We clearly have this kind of sustained up pattern here. Would love to see kind of the ability to break down through this thing, but I don't think we're going to have a significant movement until we have something different on interest rates. Until something changes on interest rates, I just don't know if there's a catalyst for much to change. We can zoom out real quick. Yeah, it's kind of that other range we're watching. Go back to the week. And then month. Yeah, I'm not, I think the interest rates are the big thing here. I really do. Feels like a bear trap right now before ETH approvals. I kind of agree with you. I'm pretty confident we will see those ETH approvals today. So I'm surprised the market's not stronger. Let's go back and take a look at ETH. Also, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to exit out of the chat real quick and drop a like. Super, super helpful. And if you're watching on X, a simple retweet goes a long way. ETH is still looking good on the day chart. I wonder what the ETH discount rate on GBTC is looking like. Okay, yeah, so the market's really factoring in this thing closing. Look, we're only at a negative 7% now. Oh, Nicholas Olette, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. XRP Smokes, it said it's definitely interesting seeing Coinbase listing XRP a month before MiCA regulation goes live for stable coins and Ripple offering RLUSD. So much different catalyst at once. Yeah, I completely agree. That's definitely very interesting. I think this has moved so fast, no one is ready to react or buy. This is a shocker to investors. I think in a week we should see more retail. Yeah, I kind of agree. Or I think we need to see this proposed to the Senate to really let people know that a lot of the bills coming forward really are real, and it's not just political theater. I guess Gary Gensler just said stay tuned when asked about spot ETF decision. So, I mean, I think that means something's coming later today. I don't think he's going to pull the rug on it, to be honest. Yeah, the closer this gets to, I mean, this chart right here shows what the market believes the chances of approval are. So they're discounting this product 7% on the approval. Just a year ago, it was discounted negative 53%. So it looks like the market thinks there's going to be an approval. Didn't Coinbase relist XRP in 2017 before the big pump? Yeah, XRP was already on Coinbase, but what we're seeing now is XRP is now available on Coinbase in New York, which I mean is definitely a good sign, but I don't know if it's really like a massive catalyst. It's more of just like, hey, this is good for people who live in New York because now they can get access to XRP. Prior, I think living in New York, it was difficult to do that. New York is a big place, so it's definitely good, but I don't know if it's any kind of massive thing. It's definitely all over X right now. Let's see what else we got. Nick said hit the like and make sure to share. Really appreciate that. Will XRP be used to buy real estate? It's certainly possible. I think it's a lot more likely that XRP is used as liquidity for real estate. I think that's very probable. Hey, what up, Mick and gang? Good day today. I want to share something special. I am in the hospital with my wife, hours away from delivering her baby girl. Good times ahead. Awesome, Tin2. Congratulations, man. Tin2 tout XRP, man. That's absolutely incredible. Congratulations to you. And everyone drop a like on the stream for Tin2 tout XRP. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, congratulations, man. That's absolutely awesome. Taylor says, I think Gary's last laugh will prove to be no staking aspect. TradFi knows they aren't going to make yield as the quarter of market staking their ETH will make it less appealing. I think Gary's last laugh will prove to be the no staking aspect. TradFi knowing they aren't making the yield as the quarter of the market staking their ETH will make it less. Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're generally right. I still think there's a chance he goes after consensus. I think that's certainly possible, but you know, the sooner we can get rid of Gary, the better overall. Yeah, you guys are absolutely awesome. Baby Riffle Chadwick says, New York listing is very good for institutions. Who made that point? Yeah, that's awesome. Roizen? I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, no, that's a really good point. I'm seeing reports that we should know about the Bitcoin or the ETH ETF in the next hour and a half. I thought it would come at the end of the trading day. Actually, I think we found out about the Bitcoin ETF. Like, did we find out? I think we found out after hours. I'm trying to think. I think it was after hours. Do you guys remember when we found out about the Bitcoin ETF? Was it during market hours or after hours? Hey, yo, what's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Absolutely awesome to see you, and appreciate you coming over. Really cool. Do you guys remember when GBTC was listed? If he 134 likes, 291 in the chat. Guys, make sure to keep dropping that like button. Exit out of the live chat real quick. Drop that like button. It's super helpful. If it truly isn't reeled in, a consensus lawsuit is still on the table. You know Gary is You know, Gary is sucking on his teeth, chomping at the bit to fund the market right now. Yeah, Gary's gonna look to do something. And look, the SEC strategy thus far has been it was 3:45 to 4 Eastern. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna see it before then. I thought we would see this at the end of the day. It's just not really like the SEC to be releasing information in the middle of the market day. Red Wave, good to see you, man. Awesome to have you here. Let's see what else we got. Just checking through the news real quick. I wonder if Metal Law Man answered me. No, but it doesn't look like we got a response from Metal Law Man yet. Tonight at 8:30. Interesting, Taylor. Appreciate that. That gives us a good time to look for that to happen. Maybe if that time shows up and like nothing's happened yet, we'll kick up a live stream. We'll kick up a live stream and watch for it. So guys, this is interesting. It looks like they're making a big push for private sector stablecoins. The anti-CBDC people are making a big push for private stablecoins, which is obviously what RLUSD is going to be. So it's interesting to see that, like, obviously Ripple still has a play on the market, even if CBDCs are kind of trying to push it away. Oh, what are you trying to tag me in, Taylor? Silver Days, good to see you, man. Always great to have you, Silver Days. Over 200 likes would be incredible. Really appreciate everyone helping out on that. What are you trying to shoot me over there, Taylor? I think I missed the initial comment. The stock market's holding up okay today. The stock market's holding up okay today. I think Nvidia is really pulling it up. We're almost close to 12% on Nvidia. We'd like to see that. We'd like to see some more momentum in the cryptocurrency market, though. XRP is just waiting on that decision. Tinfoil hat here, but is it possible New York didn't want people buying XRP because they make so much taxable? No, my guess, Matt, is that New York is where the SEC's main office is, and I think the SEC probably went to them and said, hey, remove XRP because we don't want XRP to go up, and allowing Ripple to have more of a legal defense against them. So that's my best guess. It's probably just the SEC trying to hit Ripple from as many places as possible. I think the SEC probably had an in on a regulator there and said, hey, delist XRP, help us out. And someone there just listened to the SEC. Crypto Clay, good to see you, man. Always love having you here. DFin said a lot of stablecoin talk in Europe with Micah coming at the end of June. Many companies coming up with their own stablecoins. Oh, very interesting, DFin. Yeah, I think stablecoins are going to end up kind of being like a money market, a fund for a lot of these institutions. I think a lot of the institutions are going to leverage public blockchain technologies. Zach Rector mentioned that they suck at custody clause in place. They stuck a custody clause in place that states you can only hold 10% of crypto according. No, I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's correct. I'm pretty sure you can only buy 10% from an offer from a crypto seller. Sorry, that was worded horribly, but let me try to break down this comment because I do see some FUD around this. There's not going to be any rule that says you can't buy as much crypto as you want, but if you had Ripple, right? You had Ripple directly offering XRP, so Ripple selling their XRP, they could sell as much as they want to any institution, but if it was to you and you make 100K a year, you can only buy 10K of XRP from Ripple. So if you're just buying, say, Coinbase selling XRP, You can buy unlimited. So it's only when you're buying directly from the issuer. And the reason why they're doing this is like, so the main reason why they're doing something like this is because they don't want it to be the case where I start Mickle coin and you have make 100K a year and I convince you to go all in on Mickle coin. You're buying it directly from me and then I rug you and take your 100K. So that's what they're trying to prevent against. I mean, I see it both ways, right? I prefer freedom in markets. I think a lot of us are smart and educated and we can make these decisions for ourselves without getting rug pulled. But some people do kind of need protections like that. But it's not just going to be 10K in general or a flat line. It's going to be 10K based on directly from the issuer. Yeah, the good thing about this bill is it was drafted by pro-cryptocurrency people, so I think for the most part, it's pretty beneficial. There's going to be certain things we don't like, but I think for the most part, most of the stuff is pretty good. XRP will be the world's liquidity coin. I agree. Is Murdoch here? Did I miss him? Oh, there he is. What up, Murdoch? Good to have you. Good to have you. Is it safe to hold your XRP on uphold? Yeah, I think it's generally safe. Make sure you have the proper two-factor authentication set up. This is what I always tell people, and we'll draw this out, right? I think the safest way, or let's put it this way. I believe the safest way is what we're going to be able to offer, which is multi-sig, multi-signature, institutional grade, with insurance, right? I think this is the holy grail of what crypto custody is going to be. I think 2 is cold storage, right? Something like a ledger. As long as you know what to do, right? You have to make sure you know the appropriate safeguards. And 3, I think, is something like uphold with good 2FA. And what do I mean by good 2FA? Good 2FA is making a separate email for the authentication, getting an authenticator app, not using your phone number, right? Things like that. So if you have that set up, I think it's almost as good as cold storage. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong. Look, all the cold storage, right, is like pretty on par with one another. It's pretty on par with another. The issue I see with cold storage really is just you don't have a lot of protections on your seed phrase, right? There's issues with the seed phrase and there's issues with physical altercations. It's like it's a lot of value to have on you. So that's why I prefer kind of the institutional grade custody. If you mix the institutional grade custody too with something like an LLC and a trust, then you can take a lot of your assets and put them in this, and it will also get you out of all like the legal issues. So if someone was to sue you, they couldn't get access to your assets. Your assets also aren't on you, so that's another nice thing, right? They're not directly on you if someone was to try to attack you in a physical way. So that's why I like this more than cold storage. I do like cold storage, obviously, and then uphold. So I think all 3 of these options are solid. I think kind of the place where you get yourself into trouble, I think the places you get yourself into a bit of trouble is in the event of hot wallets. Awesome. Awesome, Crypto Collect. Yeah, I think the place you get into yourself in trouble is like holding all your money on an exchange that's not uphold. Holding all your money on like a Binance or like a KuCoin. I think that's dangerous. I think you have to be careful with hot wallets. I think you need to be careful with anything that's not insured. Coinbase Wallet Pro. Any thoughts on Caleb and Brown? I've heard really good things about Caleb and Brown. I've heard really good things about Caleb and Brown. Um, I'm confident Caleb and Brown does have your assets. I'm confident Caleb and Brown, I know, doesn't do fractional. Like your assets are, I'm pretty sure they're segregated at Caleb and Brown. So I think Caleb and Brown's a good option. You know, if I was like there's very good. My sister uses them. Oh, Caleb and Brown crypto, Clay, or institutional grade custody. Uh, sorry, no, I was laughing. I was laughing at Red Wave. He said his eToro is scam exchange. I don't eToro is for non-crypto, right? eToro is like trading crypto. So like if you're a trader, then I think eToro has benefits, but just like as a custody now. Institutional grade custody, so part of what we do, right, is so it will be multi-sig. So you'll have us as a trusted counterparty, you'll have yourself, and then you'll have another trusted party. So you need 3 signatures in order to make any transaction. You don't need that, but it's an option. Another option is you actually have to send a video in recorded of yourself asking for the money to be withdrawn. So that is validated on the blockchain. So you take a video of yourself saying, hey, withdraw these assets, and then it's essentially a biometric way of ensuring that you cannot have anyone pretending to be you. That combined with a couple other things we're offering is what makes it institutional grade custody. And also the fact that you get insurance on it. Also the fact that you get insurance on it, right? If some bizarre thing did happen, if someone did somehow steal the assets, they're insured, right? So even if you made a mistake, maybe you gave something away you shouldn't have, there's insurance on the account. So that's what's really special about it. That's how your stock accounts work, right? There's ultimately insurance on it so that if something happens, your assets can come back. No, you can withdraw whenever you want, Murdoch. You can withdraw whenever you want. It's your assets. It's just better ways to secure those assets, right? So rather than the 2-factor authentication. Why do I repeat everything twice? I don't know. I think it might be a New England thing. It's so funny. All my friends do that, and then whenever we have friends, they're like, "Why do you guys always repeat yourself?" So, sorry, what was I asking? Oh yeah, you can pull your assets whenever you want. So it's just a better way of actually doing institutional grade custody. Yes, Mickle 2 times. That's so funny. Coinbase. Yeah, it's all just changing the way in which you interact with your assets, Murdoch. So at the end of the day, it's just an account with your assets. And whether you're doing it yourself with a ledger or you're using XRP, and we have ledger, and then here we have, let's say we do institutional. So the problem with the ledger, right? The problem with the ledger is obviously you're counting on ledger. Like ledger has the issues with exporting your key phrase. Like that's something they've kind of admitted they can do. They don't like to say that they can do it, but obviously if they have the ability to do a software update to fractionalize your keys, that's an issue. You have issues with the fact that you just typically have it in your house or have to put it in a safe deposit box and there's a physical device you can get back to. You have the issue of that it's one single signature. So if anything gets lost, that's an issue. Look, there's a reason. What institutional grade custody is it makes it like a stock account, right? You have an account There's no question that those assets are yours. You have very high security and protections around them. And you also have insurance. So if anything happens, it doesn't matter. You get those assets back. So that's what's so good about that. What did I just see? What's the fee based on the institutional grade custody? I have to get back to you on that. That will all be present if you're considering it. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me just check real quick. I think it's 2 basis points. I think it's 2 basis points, which is, I'm not, don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 basis points. So this will be essentially what you're paying to get insurance on the account. 0.02%. Not 2%. I think it's 0.02%. I need to check on this though. Do you and Jake have a phone or a website? All of this will be made explicitly clear when everything's set up to get over. Hopefully it's next week, right? Hopefully it's next week and we can start onboarding people through that mechanism. I'm pretty confident that will kind of be the timeline. We're waiting for a couple small things to come into place. But as soon as that's available, I will make sure you guys are informed. So I hate to keep saying that, but it feels like I've been working on this forever. I've only been working on this for, what is it now? This is my 2nd week, right? So we almost have things to where they need to be. So the custody solution is actually regulated by New York as well. It's the only custody solution regulated by New York. I trust Mickle more than Caleb and Brown already. That's so funny. Is there a limit to how much XRP Ripple can hold in FIT21 to be decentralized? 20%? That's a good question. That's a really good question, Roger. Does anyone know the answer to that? I bet you Grok will now. Let's see what Grok says. See if we can figure that out. That's a great question. And then, guys, and then the other big advantage of institutional grade custody is it gives you it gives you the ability to get into institutional grade yield and stuff like that, right? So maybe in the future that's making loans to Ripple for ODL and stuff like that. So it's really just getting you involved on an institutional level in the digital asset space. Harlan, I really appreciate that. Oh, this is interesting. Who said this? Who said this? XRP smokes it. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's where you know Ripple got involved in helping in FIT21. FIT21 doesn't count escrow to their personal holdings. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's perfect. So, in FIT21 crypto build, the decentralization standard is defined as such a way that a crypto asset is considered decentralized if no single entity controls more than 20% of the digital asset or its voting power. Very interesting. Oh, that could be a big issue for Ethereum. Honestly, that could be a big issue for Ethereum. This standard is part of the bill's effort to distinguish between digital assets that are securities and those are commodities with the community. Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting because if an ETF provider like BlackRock accumulated 20% of Ethereum, which is very possible, right? Like no one's arguing that BlackRock couldn't do that. Technically, that would fall below the decentralization standard. That's incredible. Let me see if I can ask it about the escrow. If XRP is essential software to your business, then it's 0 on your balance sheet, according to Jake. XRP is essential software to your business. Yeah, yeah. If it is essential software, it's a business expense. Okay, so it didn't really. Our I trust XRP smokes it. I just want to get confirmation. Fit21 doesn't count escrow in person. All right, let me just phrase it like that. Does Fit21 count escrow? Yeah, does anyone have good call, Taylor. Does anyone have the bill I could pull up quickly? Fit21. I could probably just find it online. If anyone can tag me in a source that has the bill, because this is a great question. Okay. Taylor, do you mind just DMing me on that on X? Do you mind just DMing me on that on X? That'd be really helpful. Really appreciate that, Taylor. You guys hear that? There's like crazy thunder where I am right now. Just waiting for that to come in. I want to see that for myself, because this is a big aspect of the decentralization test. I just can't copy. Oh, I actually should be able to copy this over on the YouTube side, actually, so I might be good. If I go here, then I can go to this. Okay. All right, there we go. We got it. Control F20. Oh, there's a lot of 20s. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's no 20% either. I'm gonna need a better search. I'm gonna need a better search than 20. Oh, escrow. Escrow is probably the good search. I'm not getting anything on escrow. I'm not getting anything on escrow. Oh, 20% like that? Okay. No digital asset issuer or affiliated person, beneficiary owned in aggregate more than 20% of the total amount of units of a digital asset. I'm not seeing anything specifically on an escrow. During the previous 12 months? Yeah, I'm not finding anything here. I'm not finding anything here that makes it definitive for me. I'm not seeing the escrow thing. Um, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. What do you guys think about this? This is the only line I've seen. Can be created or issued or distributed in such a blockchain system and were freely transferable or otherwise used or available to be used for the purpose such as the blockchain system. So I'm assuming because the escrow is not freely transferable or otherwise be able to be used, I believe this is why XRP would still pass the decentralization test, because the escrow essentially prevents them from being freely transferable. Let me see if I can get anyone. No, uh, decentralization was. Does anyone? I am using the find search on the doc. I'm trying to find what an escrow would do. All right, during the previous 12-month period, with respect to a blockchain system to which digital assets relates, the term decentralized system means the following are met. During the previous 12-month, I don't know what the previous 12-month period is too. Had unilateral authority directly or indirectly. All right, I'm gonna try something new. But Ripple actually is not the owner of the escrow. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I was just wondering if there's any language in here that solidifies that. I agree. Ripple is not the owner of the escrow, and therefore. Escrow is controlled by the XRPL and the rules of the account. No, I agree. I was just wondering if there's anything in there that solidified this. Oh, I got it. 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 No, 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 no. I got it, guys. I got it. I put it into Grok. I think this makes sense now. Um, so I put the entire decentralization part into Grok and said, would XRP pass the decentralization test? And the text defined decentralized systems as one where during the previous 12 months, so during the previous 12-month period, Judge, wow, Roger, must watch, congrats. What are you guys talking about? Okay, so during the previous 12 months, Ripple has never owned more than 20% of the supply. Therefore, XRP would pass the test. So it's because Ripple didn't own more than 20% in the last 12 months. So I believe XRP is good. I believe XRP is good. So Grok seems to agree. It says to determine. So it says XRP would pass. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think it's here. No digital asset issuer, affiliate, beneficiary in aggregate, 20% or more of the total units of the digital asset that could be created, issued, or distributed. Okay. Yep, this is this is it right here. This is it right here. It's this part right here. The blockchain system, and we're freely transferable. The escrow is not freely transferable. So this is where the escrow comes in. So in the past 20 months, or in the past 12 months, Ripple never had a liquid 20% of the supply. Yeah, but it's yes, but they don't have that 40 billion. It's locked in escrow. And because it's locked in escrow, it's not freely transferable. And therefore, it's the 20% doesn't matter because it's technically Ripple doesn't own it. So because it's not freely transferable, we're all good there. So this is the issue. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think we're on it. I think we're on it. I'm glad we figured that out. I'm glad we figured that out. I think we nailed that there. I knew Ripple was a supporter of the bill, so there's no way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew Ripple was a supporter of the bill. See, this is the part I would be worried about for Ethereum. No digital asset issuer or affiliated person has. Scams was already on X funding this. Let me see what Scam says. Let me see what Scam says. Okay, this is a pretty interesting discussion. This is a pretty interesting discussion. Oh, this is interesting. So we need to look at the Ripple. We need to look at the Ripple founders too, and how much digital assets they have. Um, so Ripple's entire team needs to be below 20%. No issuer or affiliated person. So I believe that would just be Jed, Chris, and David. But Jed sold all his out, so that's good. That helps because Jed sold all his XRP, so that actually makes it easier. This is a very interesting discussion. I think XRP is going to be fine. Okay. Guys, overall, I would see Metal Law Man just liked your post. Oh, but no comment yet? Okay. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Guys, I would say most of what I'm seeing is very beneficial on Fit 21 for XRP. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Ripple was sponsoring this bill. I have very little fear that Ripple hasn't already figured out how they can get around XRP not being a security based on this bill. But this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm glad I know more about this. And I think the freely transferable part is what gets Ripple out of that jam. Someone asked something before. Is XRP moving, or are you just talking about prior action? Let me take a look. Eh, nothing much there. Um, oh, we got a comment. We got a comment. This is from Metal Law Man. Is good question. As far as I can tell, the NYDFS has not added XRP back to the green list. But if Coinbase is permitted to list XRP, I would assume that any other exchange with a bit license wishing to let XRP would be permitted to do so. But that's just based on my assumption. All right, so it sounds like the New York FDS is just confused. Oh, thank you, Taylor. I just noticed you were posting the same exact thing. What did defense say? What did defense say? What are you guys talking about with this application? Let's take a look at the news real quick. Um, wow, Laura Shin tweeted about XRP. That's wild. Oh, that was, yeah, Taylor, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Oh, XRP ETF, cool. I'll play that in a second. Let me just see if I'm all caught up on the news. Shin really didn't say anything. Shin really didn't say anything. It was more of just a recap of. I'm not not a conspiracy theorist, but Operation Choke Point 2.0, FDIC chair getting ousted. Jamie Dimon, the biggest crypto haters slash FUD, speeding up his retirement makes you go, oh yeah, that is interesting. This is what Taylor wanted me to get into. Ready?
What I did, folks, is I went to Grok and I asked this question. Grok is the XAI. What could the XRP price get to if the Ripple stablecoin provides the same amount of liquidity for XRP that Tether did for Bitcoin since its inception? And a lot of times I've learned that Grok will do a cop out and they'll try to not answer the question and use the opinions of others to answer questions like this. According to the tweet, some community members speculate that XRP could reach anywhere between 65 to 90 cents. But remember, these are just guesses from the Twitter sphere. And as we all know, Twitter isn't exactly known for its accurate financial forecast. So what I did after this response is I said, I'm not asking you what some people think. I'm asking what your projected XRP price would be. And this is where it gets interesting, folks. My projected XRP price would be a whopping $2,700. Why? Because liquidity, my dear human, liquidity. The more, the merrier, right? And with Ripple stablecoin providing the same amount of liquidity as Tether did for Bitcoin, we're looking at a financial party like no other. So grab your digital wallets and let's ride the XRP wave to the moon, or at least to $2,700. Now, let's not forget the golden rule of crypto: never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always do your research. This price prediction is based on the provided context and a sprinkle of humor, not financial advice. Happy investing.
Okay, so the interesting thing was that, and then David Schwartz tweeted, $2,700 for water seems like a deal. So obviously the $2,700 things match up from David Schwartz's tweet to what Grok said about the price of XRP. Water, obviously, XRP has been related to water. Crazy coincidence, maybe. Who knows? I thought it was pretty interesting, though. I thought it was funny. It's crazy how these things match up. Yeah, it does make it hilarious, right? And it makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder, but see what Brad's liking right now. Oh, he reposted Coinbase relisting XRP. Very cool. Let's take a look at the news. Coinbase relisting XRP is interesting, but we know why. Make money. Yeah, there's not much there. Yeah, love DAI also. He is the GOAT. Mark Cox, hello, Mickle. I'm finally awake. Way to sleep in. Way to sleep in. Yeah, DAI is awesome. Okay, so the NYDFS permitted Coinbase to relist XRP. The NYDFS hasn't put Coinbase back on their approved asset list, but I think it might happen. I think it might happen. Yeah, but they kept it out of New York. They kept it out of New York. Interesting. XRP Ledger Hackathon. Go back to price real quick. Everyone in New York is hype. Everyone else around the world is like, oh, we could always get Coinbase, but everyone in New York is hype, so that's funny. Uh, yeah, it does make sense why Ripple sometimes sends it back to escrow. This totally makes sense, right? Because they don't want to be holding too much XRP to make sure they're under that decentralization test. So you're so right. That's probably exactly what Ripple's doing. Yep, Taylor, I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. The FDA, the New York DFS might be trying to be like, oh, you didn't see anything. We just turned it back on, right? It might be them just trying to flip that decision before people catch on. What am I going to do for this 3-day weekend? I don't know. Hopefully get some golf in, hang out with family, hang out with girlfriend, hopefully get a live stream up, but no big plans. Um, yeah, that did make 0 sense. Let's see what Vet has said about Fit 21 and XRP. I like these conversations. Gives me the perfect opportunity to do a video later today. This is an active ETP. This is an active ETP for XRP. It's just not in the United States. So there's XRP ETF products. They're just not in the United States. Um, Sparkwater, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you as a member. Yeah, me and Vet should do a live stream together. What's the difference between an ETP and an ETF? An ETP, here, I'll just draw it out because it's probably easiest to do it this way. Um, an ETP is a product that could be an ETF, an ETN, or something else. So an ETF is a type of ETP along with some other things. So an ETF isn't an ETP, but an ETP is an ETF. It really doesn't matter too much, to be completely honest with you. Oh, I don't think what I showed what I drew. So let me try this again. An ETP could be an ETF. It could also be an ETN, which is like a debt version of an ETF, ETN, and it might just be something else. So, an ETP is like the category of the product, and ETF is a specific product. Oh, I guess we're close to almost 300 likes on the stream, guys. That's absolutely incredible. There hasn't been like a ton of exciting stuff going on today. I know there's a lot of stuff yesterday, but maybe we'll get those Ethereum ETFs live later, and that would be very exciting. Do one last scroll through, see if I can find anything ultra interesting. If not, private sector stablecoins are a terrific technology. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I have to do something at 1. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Maybe we'll do another live stream later today if anything exciting happens. I'm definitely going to be doing a bill later today about FIT21 and XRP and the decentralization standard, so make sure to stick around for that. Do you think the crypto money could be flowing into NVIDIA for the day or new liquidity? Yeah, I don't, the crypto market is just so random, right? I think right now most of the markets are selling off, and it's really just NVIDIA because they had good earnings pumping. I think NVIDIA is a lot of Wall Street FOMO going into it, to be completely honest with you. And I'm a big NVIDIA shareholder. I have been since 2018. And even I think it's kind of just Wall Street piling on right now to get performance gains. So I think it's more of just NVIDIA getting all that FOMO into it rather than money going to a certain place. But guys, thank you so much for coming. Maybe later today, if not, definitely tomorrow. And we'll definitely kick up a member-only live stream tomorrow. So everyone who becomes a member, appreciate you there. And for now, Mikkel out.